Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're going to begin work on the next state, which is wait for engine to start. So let's begin by coming straight into that function. And what we're going to do is say vehicle audio source, and we want dot play one shot. We'll open and close brackets, we'll close that line off, and in the inside the brackets what we want is the engine idling audio clip. So let's get that into the comments. Play the engine idling audio clip. And what we want then is let's copy this last line out of player enter vehicle. We'll paste that in. And then we want to switch to the next state, which is vehicle idling. So let's just paste that in at the end there. And we'll also paste it into the comments. Now, before we actually move to this function, we want to make sure that the audio has finished playing. So we'll come right to the very top of the function. If open and close brackets, inside the brackets, and we want underscore vehicle audio source dot, and the is playing. And is must have the lowercase I in this case. So let's put that into the comments. If vehicle audio is playing, and we come to the next line, and I'm sure you've guessed, it's just return, close the line off, and our usual comment of then do nothing and return. So let's just save that there. That is these functions done, at least for now. And let's come to vehicle idling. And we're going to say if open and close brackets, inside the brackets, input dot get axis, open and close brackets. Inside this new set of brackets we put the little speech marks and we want vertical. We'll come to the end here, we'll say greater than 0 into the comments. If vertical input is greater than 0, and let's copy this line where we switch states, and we'll paste that in again. And now we'll switch to the driving state, so let's paste that in there and in the comments as well. And what we'll do is we will copy those two lines and we'll paste them in below, and we'll just change this from a greater than to a less than sign, and we'll also change the comment as well. And what we want to change to this time is the state of reversing. So let's paste that in the line and in the comment, and we'll save that off again there. Now, I haven't explained too much how these lines of code work, and that's just simply, I think they're fairly simple and self-explanatory, plus we've done things like this numerous times before. But as always, you know, if you've forgotten how they work from the previous videos, please leave me a comment and I will be happy to answer any and all questions. I just ask your indulgence. Sometimes it can take me a while to get round to answering comments, but I will always try and make the effort to respond to them. with that said, let's come to the driving function now, and we're going to say if open and close brackets. Inside the brackets, we're going to say current speed less than sign the maximum speed. And we'll come to the comments. We'll say if current speed is less than the max. We'll come to the next line. We'll say underscore current speed. And again, we've done this numerous times before where we say plus equals. And then we want the underscore acceleration speed times time dot delta time. Let's close that line off. Into the comments we'll say then increase current speed by acceleration, and I'll put value on the end. You can leave that off if you so wish. So let's copy this if block, we'll paste it in below, and we'll change this to a greater than sign. We'll also change the comment. So if the current speed is greater than max, what we're going to do is change the plus equals to just equals. Let's get rid of all of that. And then we're just going to copy in maximum speed. Let's close that line off, and we'll change the comment. We'll say then make current speed equal to max. So we increase the current speed, and we make sure they cannot go over the max value, because without this block it would just keep increasing. So let's have a look at what else we can do here. So let's in fact copy this line here. If input dot get axis vertical, and what we're going to say double equals 0. In fact, I'm just going to put a space in there. So if vertical input, and we'll get rid of this, is equal, and we'll just say to 0, and I'll write it out rather than putting the number actually in this case. We'll change states to, let's copy one of the change state lines, and obviously we still want the car or whichever vehicle you're using. This will be applicable to all vehicles. If we lift off the accelerator, in which case we have no vertical input, then we don't want the vehicle to stop dead. We want it to coast for a little while. So we'll change the vehicle states to coasting. And let's copy this second if block in the vehicle idling function. And we're going to paste that in. So we have if input dot get axis vertical is less than 0. So we're pressing back on the controls. So now, rather than coasting, we want to change to braking, because now we actually have an input. So this is if there is no input. We'll just coast, and we will have code that slowly slows you or the vehicle down while you're coasting. But obviously that's going to be at a much gentler rate than if we're braking, and we'll add code for that later. So in this case, we're saying if we're pressing back on the controller, we're pressing back on the keyboard. However you've got your input set up, we'll change to braking. And I think we'll save it there, and I think we'll leave it here for this video. We've gotten 3 states complete. As I said, we're just going to get this up and running, and then we'll probably come back and make tweaks and additions to all the states, obviously. But let's just get everything filled out and get on to some testing, and then we'll come back and do that later. So, as I said, we'll leave it here for now. We'll pick this up in the next lesson, where we'll continue on filling out the other states. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.